Hey everyone! Welcome back to Celeb Secrets Uncovered, your go-to channel for reality TV deep dives and celebrity scandals. Today we peel back the layers on the whirlwind romance of Jasmine Pineda and Matthew Branis, a man who was equal parts charming entrepreneur and troubled soul. The 90-Day Fiancé star Jasmine Pineda is pregnant again, this time with Matthew's child, expecting a baby girl. Their wedding is already planned for January 20th, 2026. But the story does not end there. Confidential sources reveal that Matthew Branis Castrovet became entangled in nearly $200,000 of debt through online gambling platforms. When he failed to repay the debt, a lawsuit was filed and he was arrested. He was sentenced to 2 months in prison. This story has more twists than a season finale. Our story begins in Panama City in early 2023. Jasmine, then 36, was already a household name among fans. Born in August 1986, she had grown up in a modest family, excelled in school, and earned multiple degrees, including a PhD in education. She was a literature teacher passionate about poetry and empowering young minds. But her life took a dramatic turn when she joined 90-Day Fiancé. Her relationship with Gino Palazzolo, the quirky American from Michigan, was explosive, filled with jealousy, arguments, cultural clashes, and the K-1 visa journey that brought her to the U.S. in March 2023. They tied the knot in a small ceremony, but cracks showed early. Sources say intimacy issues and constant bickering wore her down. By mid-2024, whispers of separation circulated on Reddit and Instagram fan pages. Jasmine focused on her health, recovering from plastic surgery she had undergone, posting glow-ups on Instagram, but behind the filters, she was lonely. Enter Matthew Branis Castrovet. Born in 1985 in Moldova, he immigrated to the U.S. as a teen and built a career in Chicago as a real estate investor and tech startup consultant. Tall, dark-haired, with a chiseled jaw and always in tailored suits, he looked like the self-made man. His LinkedIn boasted millions in deals, but insiders knew he had a hidden vice: online gambling. Their meeting was serendipity. In October 2024, Jasmine attended a Miami wellness retreat for reality TV alumni, sipping juices and practicing yoga after surgery setbacks. Matthew was there as a sponsor for his wellness app. He spotted her during a mindfulness workshop. "You look like someone who's seen the world. Mind if I join you?" "I'm Matthew." Jasmine replied, "Seen the world? Honey, I've lived it. I'm Jasmine from Panama and that crazy show." He smiled. 90-Day Fiancé, guilty pleasure. "But you're more than that. Tell me about your poetry." Sparks flew. They bonded over immigrant stories, her Panamanian roots, and his Moldovan heritage. By the end of the retreat, they exchanged numbers. Jasmine confided to a friend, "He's not like Gino." Matthew listens. He dreams big. By November 2024, they were inseparable. Jasmine quietly filed for divorce from Gino, citing irreconcilable differences. Gino moved on, heartbroken but amicable. Jasmine, now free, dove headfirst into new love. Matthew whisked her away on jet trips, New York for Broadway, Las Vegas for luxury weekends. Paparazzi caught them at a Chicago holiday market in December. He gifted her a necklace engraved Eternal Flame. But red flags waved. On paper, his business was booming, but financial records showed loans and gambling losses. He downplayed it. Jasmine asked, "Matthew, why the late nights on your phone?" He said, "Just unwinding, babe. With you, I can conquer anything." She told him, "Promise me no secrets. We've both been through enough." By Christmas 2024, they lived together in his Michigan condo. Rumors swirled when Jasmine skipped wine at New Year's. On January 1st, 2025, she took a test. Positive. She already had 2 sons from a past marriage, but this pregnancy felt like a fresh start. DNA tests confirmed it was Matthew's child. Jasmine wanted certainty after past trust issues. The results matched 99.9%. She shared the news over a candlelit dinner. Matthew was overjoyed. On Valentine's Day, he proposed in a snowy park with a 3-carat diamond. Jasmine said yes, crying, and they began planning quietly. Ultrasounds in March revealed a baby girl. Jasmine dreamed of naming her Isabella after her grandmother. She teased on Instagram, big changes coming. Family first. Fans speculated until TMZ leaked an ultrasound photo in April. But Matthew's gambling worsened. Bank statements showed he lost $50,000 on NBA bets in one weekend. Jasmine noticed. Matthew, the bills are piling up. What's going on? He told her business hiccups. Don't worry. This baby girl's our future. By spring, they had set their wedding date, January 20th, 2026. Venue: a Michigan countryside estate blending Panamanian flowers with Moldovan traditions. Guest list included 90-day alumni like Big Ed. Jasmine shopped for gowns, focused on the nursery. Matthew handled finances, but in reality, he borrowed from shady lenders. Debt rose to $100,000. His accountant warned him, this path leads to ruin. But love blinded Jasmine. She wrote in her journal, Matthew is my rock. This baby girl will tie us forever. By summer 2025, the facade cracked. His gambling addiction escalated. He lost nights to blackjack and roulette, debt climbing to $150,000. Jasmine, focused on her pregnancy, thought it was pre-wedding stress. Then came July 2025. During a trip to Las Vegas for business, Matthew lost another $30,000. Jasmine confronted him in their hotel suite. I found the app notifications. How much, Matthew? How much have you lost? He pleaded, it's under control. I can win it back for us, for the baby. She shouted, no more lies. We have a family now. He promised to quit, but the damage was already done. The pressure grew unbearable. By fall 2025, creditors demanded repayment. Matthew's debts had ballooned to $200,000. When he failed to repay, a lawsuit was filed. The evidence was overwhelming. Bank records, betting histories, loans. Jasmine, heavily pregnant, faced headlines linking her fiance to scandal. Within weeks, Matthew was arrested. A judge sentenced him to 2 months in prison for failure to repay debts. Jasmine was devastated. Pregnant, preparing for marriage, now left with public shame. She told friends, I thought I finally found peace, but it's falling apart again. Yet she remained strong. She focused on her baby girl, determined not to let Matthew's mistakes define her. The wedding, still scheduled for January 2026, loomed with uncertainty. Fans debated if she would go through with it. Some sympathized, others criticized. Jasmine stayed silent, focused on healing. This story, like all reality TV sagas, is still unfolding. Jasmine Pineda, once the fiery Panamanian star chasing love across borders, now faces another crossroads. Her pregnancy promises new beginnings, but Matthew's gambling and prison sentence cast long shadows. Their January wedding hangs in the balance. What is certain is that Jasmine's resilience once again will be tested. And just like before, fans will be watching every step. Entering a gambler's anonymous program seemed like the answer, but old habits die hard. By August 2025, the hammer finally fell. An online gambling firm Matthew owed $180,000 filed a civil lawsuit in Chicago court. Documents revealed bounced checks and unpaid markers. Matthew panicked, tried to hire a lawyer, but he couldn't even pay the retainer. Jasmine, now in her second trimester, stood by him. We'll fight this together, she told her sister in a private call. But the media caught wind of the court filings and headlines exploded. 90-day fiance star's fiance sued for massive gambling debt. Fans were divided. Some sympathized. Others called Matthew a gold digger. Jasmine rushed to defend him on Instagram. Love conquers all. Pray for us, she wrote. But the debts only grew. With interest, they reached $200,000. Creditors began seizing assets, his car, his watches, even his startup collapsed, leaving employees without jobs. In September 2025, the situation escalated further. The civil lawsuit was unresolved when criminal charges followed. Fraud for using fake IDs on gambling sites, evasion of debts. Police came to his home and arrested him. Bodycam footage later leaked showed Jasmine in tears as officers placed him in handcuffs. He's a good man, she pleaded. Think of our baby. Bail was set at $50,000, and Jasmine scraped together savings and fan donations to cover it. but the damage had already been done. A court date was set for October 2025. Prosecutors pushed for jail time. Alone and pregnant, Jasmine posted vulnerably online. "Life tests us, but Isabella is my light," she wrote. Sources close to her said she began therapy, trying to process the betrayal. In November 2025, the trial began. Matthew pled guilty to lesser charges. The judge acknowledged his lack of prior record, but still handed down a 2-month sentence in minimum security prison, starting December 1st, 2025. In court, Matthew broke down. "I'm sorry," he told Jasmine. "I'll come back stronger for you and our girl." Jasmine whispered back, "Just come back. We need you." Prison life loomed. Gone were the suits, the luxury, the gambling apps. Inside there was only reflection, therapy, and other inmates' stories. Jasmine vowed to visit weekly, bringing ultrasound pictures to remind him of the daughter they would soon meet. December 2025 ultrasounds showed the baby was healthy and kicking. Jasmine named her Isabella Rose Branis, a name symbolizing renewal. She documented her pregnancy on social media, sharing photos of her bump, turning pain into inspiration. Fans sent gifts, tiny clothes, toys, children's books. But the loneliness weighed heavy. The holidays came and went, and Jasmine spent them without her fiance, FaceTiming her sons in Panama and promising them a better future. She thought about postponing the wedding, but decided to go forward. January 20th, 2026 would remain their date. Matthew, from prison, wrote her letters filled with apologies, dreams of fatherhood, and reflections on his childhood in Moldova. He explained how gambling filled voids left by trauma. "You've saved me," he wrote. His release date was set for January 31st, 2026, just after the wedding. But a judge approved a temporary family pass so he could attend. As 2026 dawned, wedding preparations continued. Jasmine, now in her 3rd trimester, chose a flowing empire waist gown. The theme: Phoenix Rising, rebirth from the ashes. Snow blanketed the Michigan estate on the morning of the ceremony. Guests whispered about the drama but admired Jasmine's resilience. She walked down the aisle, her baby bump visible, Matthew waiting in a tux. Their vows spoke of honesty and redemption. He slipped a family ring on her finger and kissed her. Guests included several 90-day alumni, adding flair to the celebration. Jasmine's sons attended on special visas, finally able to see their mother happy. During the first dance, Isabella kicked as if to give her approval. Though their honeymoon was delayed due to Matthew's prison return, they cherished the few hours they had together before he went back to finish his sentence. Jasmine spent the following weeks preparing the nursery. Birth was due in April. She shared, "Our girl arrives soon. Matthew will be there." Matthew, meanwhile, finished his sentence and attended gambling recovery programs inside. By April 15th, 2026, Jasmine went into labor at a Michigan hospital. Matthew, freshly released, was by her side. Isabella Rose Branis entered the world, healthy and crying. Jasmine looked at her newborn through tears. "She's perfect. Our miracle." Photos leaked online, and fans celebrated the moment of family bliss. After Matthew's release, they moved to a quiet suburb. Debt still lingered, but Matthew took odd jobs and made installment payments. The lawsuit was resolved through bankruptcy. Jasmine launched a cookbook called Panamanian Passions, which helped fund their new life. Fans admired her strength, calling her story one of resilience. By summer 2026, her sons visited more often, and Matthew bonded with them as a stepfather. Isabella's first smiles melted everyone's hearts. They began planning family trips to Panama. Jasmine teased a possible TV return, maybe even a spin-off. By fall 2026, their lives became a redemption arc. Jasmine appeared on podcasts. Matthew published a memoir titled Betting on Love, where he detailed his gambling downfall and recovery. Together, they advocated for addiction awareness, turning their scandal into a mission. Reflecting on the arrest, Jasmine said, "It made us stronger." Matthew admitted prison taught him humility. By 2027, rumors swirled that Jasmine might be pregnant again. The couple hinted at business ventures, including a wellness brand. Fans who once doubted them now sent messages of support. "You gave me hope," one wrote. Jasmine and Matthew were seen as icons of second chances. Their saga became both a cautionary tale and an inspiration. From love at first sight to pregnancy joy, wedding vows, gambling nightmares, arrests, and public humiliation, they endured storms that nearly broke them apart. Yet through it all, they clung to each other. As of late 2025, with their wedding complete and Isabella born, their story was still being written. And as fans watched, the question lingered, would they truly make it? Only time would tell. Was he abandoned by her? Has someone fresh entered Jasmine's life? The current season of Happily Ever After has Jasmine, Gino, and Matt, the stars of 90 Day Finance, acting out their open marriage drama. As of season 9, the former is residing with her open marriage partner. At the same time, her spouse has been looking into alternative dating possibilities. In the heat of passion, Jasmine attacked Gino's new girlfriend and held vicious words at her. As a result, he contacted the immigration office and threatened to deport his wife. Despite all that Jasmine has been through, Matt has been there for her. It appears that he is sick of her waiting for her spouse, though. The reality TV star began to experience romantic sentiments for the local Panamanian. In the most recent episode, Matt told Jasmine how he really felt. It was his hope that she would finally get over her marriage, so he could finally escape the friend zone. But even after having a child together, the TLC star still can't manage to break out of her friend zone. Jasmine Pineda is amazing at keeping her audience engaged. She knows how to keep her audience on the edge of their seats by consistently delivering back-to-back drama and stirring the pot. They have a daughter, Matilda, and the TLC star has been bragging about her life with Matt recently. Having said that, Jasmine isn't quite prepared to commit to just one guy just yet. Her most recent Instagram story went viral with her devoted following. A photo of the reality TV personality with a rose bouquet was shared online. When you're new, boss hands you flowers to remind you how wonderful you are. That's when Jasmine wrote, when your new boss loves you so much. Her most recent update shocked her fans, who began to wonder if she had found love. He was referred to as her boss by the 90 Day Finance actress. Pineda may now be employed by someone, perhaps her sole intention in sharing the photo was to express her appreciation for the flowers. However, Jasmine's eccentric and troublesome nature is already well known to spectators. In their minds, it might have been a prelude to her new romance. Something is brewing, as evidenced by the reality TV star's flirtatious smile. In light of everything that her baby daddy did to her, many are wondering if Pineda has broken up with him. Even before she started dating Matt, they thought she would dump him for another man. But these are just wild guesses, and the TLC diva may be trying to trick her fans. Staying in the spotlight and creating new drama is something she's mastered. Jasmine Pineda is lying about her age. Here's the real number. Jasmine Pineda, star of 90 Day Finance, is once again the object of scrutiny. This time for her advanced years. People are starting to make connections and realize that she isn't the number she says she is. She is allegedly cutting a few years off her actual figures, according to them. Yet there's more. The viewers can't believe what they're seeing now that the real numbers are out. Is that so? Tell me what's going on here. Tell me what she unveiled. This topic is pretty intense, so you should keep reading to find out more. Jasmine Pineda, star of 90 Day Finance, is preparing to make a permanent change. She just posted on Instagram about her desire to see the opposite side of the globe. According to the celebrity, the word Italy is the one that pops into her head immediately whenever she feels the need to take action. Yet there's more. In her clip, Jasmine was speaking Italian. Without a hint of irony, she informed her listeners that she was taking her Italian lessons very seriously. Pineda had previously obtained her green card and set up shop in the United States. Thus, this came as a surprise to her audience. In such case, why would she ever consider leaving the United States at this period? Jasmine and Pineda, star of 90 Day Fiance, turned one not long ago, and her age is all anyone can speak about now. Someone on Reddit recently said that Pineda doesn't seem like she's in her late 30s, calling her age into doubt. Because it seemed like she was lying, the OP pleaded with her to be truthful, at least about her age. Even more ridiculous than anyone realizes is the fact that the rally brought up Jasmine's looks and asserted that her plastic operations had rendered her younger. Others brought up the fact that she had just given baby. Even if several viewers agreed with the story, evidently, Pineda would have had a harder time conceiving with Matt if she had been in her 40s, even though she has been a part of the franchise for a while. Jasmine was only 34 years old when she made her debut on the show. This clarifies everything. A carousel of images from Pineda's birthday bash was just shared on Instagram, claiming to have gotten closer to 40. She carried a 39 balloon. Although Jasmine's age has won over some viewers, others remain doubtful. The ease with which Jasmine conceived and the timing of her pregnancies led her fans to believe that she was under 40 years old. The biological clock isn't ideal for spontaneously conceiving after the age of 40, and problems become more common after that. So it's quite possible that Jasmine isn't exaggerating when she says she's 39 years old. Are you in agreement? Jasmine and Pineda death thrones Angela Deem and emerges as the ultimate TLC drama queen. It would appear that Angela Dean is no longer reigning supreme as the drama queen. Because of her disturbed and troublesome behavior, she was the most divisive celebrity for a long time. Her violent tendencies, explosive arguments, and fiery attitude made her a 90-day finance headliner. Still, Jasmine progressively took Angela's glory and posed a danger to her monarchy. Her theatrical outbursts, manipulative techniques, and insatiable need for fame caused her to turn heads. The reality TV stars, impulsive,